most of the tracks that you end up really happy with, they just sort of make themselves in a way that's the most like rewarding thing ever. That's like totally addictive, that thing of just like watching something come from the back of your mind. It's like sort of a dream diary in a way or something like that. There's quite a lot of instrumentation on the album. It's taken like maybe 2 or 3 years to get the textures right and play drums myself, and just get in a different zone from my previous work that kind of accompanied the more instrumental stuff like better. It's been really fun actually. I've brought like a bit more of my studio out, and that's been wicked, just because I used to just do 2 MPCs. And I find that live shows, the ones that go really badly wrong, are the ones where you haven't got much to do, whereas now it's the opposite. There's always something to entertain me, and it's basically like my studio at home. So it's this weird combination of like tricking yourself into feeling that you're really comfortable, and it's kind of playful because there's chances for me to sort of totally improvise, which is really nice actually, because it's just like the worst thing playing a set and knowing exactly what's going to happen. It's funny because this album's out and it's got this like strong kind of melancholy melodic guitars and synths and live percussion, but I was just listening to like loads of Jeff Mills and old Basic Channel as well, just like the opposite, just for a relief, just for like an antidote to not think about, I don't want to hear stuff that's in my frames of it just would pollute it. I want to hear my work as a kind of like singular thing. I'm always just distracted by music, so it's actually been nice finishing the album now, because it's like the first chunk of time I've just had to kind of enjoy the sort of fruits of my labour and just sit back a bit. I don't know if it's about like selecting a style really. Like sure, there's sort of like genre things that you'd consider before like writing a track, but I think it's sort of got to come from somewhere that's a bit more irrational really, and a bit like more absurd. To work with someone that was from a totally different field from me. Like, I wouldn't want to really work with another producer because we're all so picky, and I'm so stubborn that I can just see it ending in like fallout, because there's just some things I wouldn't really compromise on. It's the hardest thing in a way, like texture, especially when you're fusing live instruments and electronics. I can't really think of anyone who does it really to a point where it feels like whole. So in some ways I've kind of condemned myself to this like open-minded spirit where you just try and bring loads of stuff in, and then you're like, oh fuck, maybe, oh yeah, spend a few more years like perfecting it.